feeling ready and open for it. We're going to start in child's pose today. Feel free to throw a blanket or a pillow or some sort of padding underneath your knees. And you can do hips high or hips low. Arms reaching or arms folded back. You can even use your hands as a pillow. That would feel good for your neck and shoulders. And as you come into this, it doesn't have to be perfectly still, right? Like you might feel like you need to do a little bit of wiggle to really find your sweet spot to just drop in and start to breathe. With your forehead either rooted on the floor or on your hands, let that be a sort of grounding support for whatever thoughts might be still swirling from the day. Almost as if as you're folded in here, it is like a mirror, just kind of reflecting your awareness back into yourself, your inner experience, your breath, sensations in your body. And let some of your outward facing, some of your expressing, some of your roles that you play and hats that you wear just kind of fall away here as you're just folded back into yourself. A space of softness and deep honoring. It might feel good to let out a sigh, letting go of some of the pressure. Clearing space for the fullness of a new breath. Soften your jaw. Start to sense into some of the subtlety. Now that you've been in this pose for a little over a minute, does it feel any differently? Maybe something starts to get a little tight or achy and you need to shift around. Maybe some of the larger, more dominant sensations have settled a little bit and you can feel the subtlety of your ribs expanding with your breath. Maybe your spine starts to decompress. And just notice what you're showing up for today. What made you decide to come into your practice? And then when you're ready, take your time, slowly start to peel up onto all fours, coming to your hands and knees. We'll start to roll through some cat and cow stretch. Set the shoulders back, let the chest open. Inhaling to extend your spine, belly drops. Exhale, lift and round. And try it out a couple of ways. Maybe it feels good to hold in one of the positions for an extra breath. Or maybe you just roll through it with your inhale, you extend, exhale, you round. Little side to side movement can feel good. Notice how your head is moving. Let it move in response to the rest of your spine. So you're not leading with a craning of your neck, but letting your head just kind of roll as an extension of what the rest of your spine is doing. We'll do 2 more. Really good breathing. And then find somewhere kind of in the middle and walk both of your hands over to one edge of your mat. Sit back for a nice side stretch in your child's pose. You don't have to sit all the way back, but kind of start to feel into the space between your shoulders and your ribs. The armpits, the sides of your waistline. Pull yourself up and switch sides. Then bring yourself back up. And you're just going to flip your legs out in front of you, come to a seat kind of towards the front of your mat so that you'll have room to lie onto your back. Take your feet nice and wide so your hips have room. And just kind of wiggle on your seat here. Come to the very tips of your sitting bones. Lift your shoulders up and back, chest curls up. So we're doing seated cat and cow. As you exhale, keeping your hands on your knees, just round your spine back and look down. Rolling with your breath again, head follows the rest of your spine. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round it back. Again, you have permission to stay in any part of this movement for an extra breath. Getting that energy moving along the length of your center. Freeing up your spine and your pelvis. Good. One more time. And then if your back feels okay with it, the next time that you roll back, go ahead and stay there. And we'll hold for an inhale, getting as much breath in as you can. And then as slowly as you can, roll the rest of the way down onto your back. Both legs reach long, arms go overhead. Big inhale here. As you exhale, lift your right knee up towards your chest. Grab it with your hands. Inhale, long reach again. Exhale, switch sides. Finding your rhythm with your breath, starting to get some action and waking up into your hips and your thighs. Notice how the core starts to fire up to support the weight of your arms and your legs. And if you don't notice that, start to fire up your core to support the weight of your arms and your legs as you move through this pump. Let's do one more time each side. And then once you've done both sides about equally, go ahead and grab your favorite leg, the one that feels best, and just give it a little rock side to side. Feeling into that ball and socket connection in your hip. Notice how the leg affects the position of your back. joint at the base of your spine, your pelvis. Take that leg long down and bring your other leg up. Same thing, a little exploration, a little discovery, a little listening. Down into the hip. Feel how your two legs relate with each other as the one is drawn up and the other reaches down. Let's take both legs long down again, big inhale. Bring your right leg up, keep it. Bring your left leg up too, so you have both knees in your hands and a gentle rock side to side. Maybe you can feel some of the tight spots in your back, your hips, the shoulders. Settling in the center, bring your knees all the way together, keep a hold of them with your hands, and then start to take them away from your chest, wide apart, in towards your shoulders, and all the way together, drawing a big sweeping circle with each leg. See how wide you can go with your knees. Reverse direction. Good, one more. The next time the knees come together, keep them together, keeping your hands on your knees for a moment. Just let your arms float all the way straight. So your legs are arm's length away from your chest. And then very slowly lift both feet up to the ceiling, arms reach overhead. Slowly bend your knees and bring your hands to your knees again. We're gonna do this a few more times. Inhale to reach. Exhale, knees bend, grab them with your hands. Good. Start to tune into what your feet are doing. When you lift your legs up, go to a nice capital L ankle, pull your toes back. And when you bend your knees, maybe you point your toes. Let's do once more.
When you bend your knees, you what?
Point your toes.
Okay.
Like you're wearing high heels. But nobody would wear high heels because it's so bad for you, right? One more. Happy baby pose. Go ahead and bend your knees. You can grab your ankles or your feet or your thighs or your toes. As you have a hold of your legs here, actively push your legs against your hands and drop your tailbone to the floor. Getting a little bit more connection and strength firing on in your hips. And let that be a way of kind of helping to anchor your thigh bones into the hip sockets and freeing up some space in your back. Let's do one more breath here. Good. Slide your hands to your knees again and knees come together. Slowly one foot comes down, keeping your knees bent. Other foot comes down. And then take your feet out wide, arms out wide. Give yourself a little shift, finding yourself in the center. And then let the legs fall over to one side, head turns the other way. If that doesn't feel good to just let it drop there, then don't drop there. Sway side to side instead. Wherever you are, whether you have dropped into stillness or you're still moving, stay connected with your breath. Each shape that we take today, your breath is going to kind of work a little bit differently. So stay present with it, letting your breath kind of guide you into your embodied experience. Switching sides when you're ready. Again, if it bothers your knees or your back, you don't have to stay still there. You can keep flowing side to side. We're going to do each side one more time, switching when you're ready. If you haven't done that second side one more time, go ahead and do it. And start to make your way back to the center. Legs walk all the way together. Hands come down by your sides. Good, and we'll go into some pelvic tilts. Start by creating a nice arch in your low back, inhaling there. And then as you exhale, use your abs, not your legs. Flatten your back on the floor. So that might take a little bit of focus as you start to warm up this connection in your core. Inhale, find the arch in your back. Exhale, flat back. Let's do one more time. The next time that you roll to your flat back, keep on going, coming up into a bridge pose. So now you are using your legs, but you started it with your core. Inhale at the top of your bridge, and exhale, roll yourself down, creating the hollow at the bottom. Inhale, exhale, roll up into your bridge. As you lift up into your bridge, don't let the knees flare out. Keep the thighs parallel and reaching straight forward. Exhale, rolls it down, and we'll go through this a few more times to make it a little more dynamic. As you roll up, let your arms float back overhead again. And then as you roll down, slowly float your hands down next to your sides. Exhale to roll up, arms can float. And exhale, roll down, arms float. Or you can just keep your hands down by your sides. We don't want this to stress out the neck or the shoulders. Got a couple more times. Rolling with your breath. Don't worry about breathing at exactly the right time. I like the exhale for the roll. At any point, if you want to pause in one position, go ahead and do that. Giving yourself a little more time to explore that shape. Let's do a few more breaths with your bridges. Your next bridge, let's stay there. Good. I see some hamstrings getting activated. That's wonderful because we're going there next. Slowly come down. Give it a little shake out. And then grab the back of your right leg. So your right leg comes up and hold your hands behind the leg. Right foot up to the sky. Option for a little more sauce, take your left leg long down. And then let's talk to your right foot, right? So spread your toes as much as you can. And then point them up to the ceiling. Curl them like a fist, right? Like if you could make a fist with your foot, curl it. And then spread the toes and pull your toes back. Point your toes up and curl your toes in. And then spread them and pull it back. Couple more times, just flossing this back line of your leg. We're gonna take that right leg now into half happy baby pose, which might make it more accessible, like if you bend your left knee, right? So if this is too much for your hips, then bend your left knee. Right leg is half happy baby, grabbing your ankle, your shin, or your foot. Nice deep breath. We're gonna hold this for a little while. If it starts to aggravate your back, then come out of it. It might get a little shaky. Good. Notice where your mind goes as this starts to get a little uncomfortable. Finding the difference between discomfort and pain. If there's pain, acknowledge it and come out of this position. Let's do one more breath. And then grab a hold of that right knee, bring it back into the center, and return your foot to the floor. Hold your hands behind your left thigh, lifting your left foot up towards the sky. Option right leg slides down long. And then tune into your left foot, pointing your toes up towards the ceiling. Make a little fist with your foot, and then pull it back and spread your toes. Pump through the ankle and your foot a few more times in that way. Good. Once more. And then you get to find your half happy baby. Go ahead and bend your left knee, grabbing your shin bone, your ankle, your foot. Option right leg long down or right knee bent. We have a little time here. Feel free to adjust it as you go, right? Like if you chose one option and you want to back out of it or take it deeper, then explore that. Don't forget about your neck and shoulders. They're still a part of this pose as well. Soften your face and your jaw, even if just for a second. Really good. Stay present with your body. Do 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then bring your hand to your knee, bring it back to center. Both legs reach long down, arms overhead. Bend both of your knees, hands come down by your sides. And we're going back into some more focused core work. Starting with a neutral curve in your low back, so your pelvis comes parallel with the floor. Inhale there. As you exhale, let your breath help you with that ab recruitment. Flatten your back out on the floor. And then we're gonna try to isolate this to just the pelvis. So keep your ribs hugging down, right? So as you're here, give another strong exhale as strongly as you can. Maybe a little chuckle or a laugh or a cough. Make sure those ribs are coming down, and keep them as you slowly move your pelvis back into that neutral position. It might be a little jerky, but slow it way down and tune into that deep, subtle connection in your core. Exhale is flat back. Inhale, slowly make the neutral curve, bringing pelvis parallel. Exhale, flat back. Your pubic bone kind of points up towards the ceiling. Inhale, neutral. We're gonna go through this super simple movement several more times, really trying to get that engagement and sensation firing in your deep core. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, flat back. Tuning into your pelvic floor. One more time. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, flat back. Keep your flat back. Lift one leg to tabletop. Now don't let your body shift. Slowly return that foot to the floor and do the other side. So the foot that's coming down isn't pushing into the floor at all. You're holding your core steady. Alternate legs. One leg up. Replace it on the floor. Other leg up. Noticing the feedback that you get from the floor. If there's a shift right or left, forward or back, we want to keep that flat back on the mat. Steady center as you get this slow march with your legs. Try to let the chest soften, shoulders drop. Couple more. One more each. And then return both feet to the floor. Create the neutral curve in your low back. Again, give your head a shake. At this point, we don't really want a lot of discomfort from, like extra discomfort from that exercise in your back, right? So if you are feeling a lot in your back, then pay attention to that stability, and maybe the pelvis needs to shift one direction or the other so that you can keep the abs working as opposed to putting a lot of pressure in your back. Okay, we're gonna go back into it. Flat back on the floor. If that hurts, you've probably pushed too far. Lift one leg to tabletop. Focus to stabilize. Lift your other leg too. Good. Try to bring your knees all the way together so your inner thighs are gonna be a base of support for your deep core connection. Turning those knees towards each other. Good. Good, good, good. Option to stay here or add a little movement or come down, right? Like if this hurts, come down. Option, touch one foot to the floor and bring it back up. Holding your core steady as you go. Try not to let this rock side to side, forward or back. Alternate legs. Good. If you're getting some muscle recruitment here, you might be getting warmed up a little bit. Let's do one more time each leg. Option, eliminate the movement. Really, really, really good. Bring your feet back down. Find your neutral pelvis. Take your feet wide, arms wide, drop your legs one way, head goes the other way. We're not gonna stay in this one for a long time, just a little release for the hip flexors and your back. Switch sides. Then make your way back to the center, walk your feet together. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. See if you can find a level neutral pelvis here, right? So a lot of times when you cross that leg, things kind of shift and scoot. Bring yourself back to that level neutral position. Options, stay there or lift your legs up and hold them with your hands. If your back really tucks under here, again, just like how we were when we were in our happy baby, you kind of press your leg against your hands to get that activation in your hip and drop your tailbone to the floor. That will take you more into your hip. Nice deep breath. Switch legs. Again, noticing what's going on through the center. Level neutral pelvis. Tailbone dropped into the mat. What can you do with your breath here? Let your breath expand down into the hips. And then slowly lower your legs back down. All right, full body reach, legs long, arms overhead. A great time for a yawn, reset. Hands come down by your sides, knees bend again. Neutral pelvis, inhale. Exhale, flat back on the floor. Lift your left leg to tabletop. Stabilize, lift your right leg too. Yeah, good. Take your hands to your thighs, right by your knees, right? So it's not, you're not holding your knees, your hands are on your thighs, right by your knees. And then push your knees towards your chest against your hands, right? So your hands are on the tops of your thighs, the front of your legs, and push your knees into your hands towards your chest. You're gonna keep your left knee pushing into your hands towards your chest. Right foot touch the floor, come back up. Right knee pushes into your hand, left foot touch the floor, come back up. Left knee push, right foot down, come up. Right knee push, left foot down, come up. Alternate. Keeping that solid contact pushing into your hand towards your chest. Back is flat on the floor. Abs are curious about why you're here. One more time, each leg. Option, keep both knees pushing into your hands. Option, both feet touch down and then bring them back up. Push them into your hands. Both feet touch down, bring them back up, push. Keep your back flat, extra, extra core. One more. All right, come down, stay down. Feet wide, arms wide. Drop your legs one way, head turns the other way. Notice how this might start feeling a little differently than it did in the beginning. Switch sides. And then come back to center, walk your feet together. Okay, we're gonna do one more little fire in the belly situation here, and then switch it up. Flat back on the floor, lift one knee up, lift your other knee up too. Now option, stay here, option, hold on to your legs, right? We're just going layer by layer, getting deeper connection in your core. Option, tuck your chin in towards your chest, curl your head and shoulders up, and try to reach forward towards the bottom edge of your mat. Curl, 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 reach your fingers, curl, 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 reach your fingers, tuck your chin down so you're looking at your thighs and not the ceiling. Curl, 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 and lower all the way down, full body reach. Give your head a little shake out. And then roll over onto your right side. Your right arm is gonna be your pillow. Both legs all the way straight down. Okay, so sometimes this can get a little tender on the hip that you're laying on, right? All that tenderness on the side of the hip bone. So what I'm gonna have you do here is squeeze your butt cheeks to help pull your thigh bone up into the hip socket more and take some of the pressure out of that bone on the floor. And to get some nice glute activation, okay? As you're here, lift your belly button away from the floor so that your spine isn't dipping into the mat. So you have a straight line from your head to your tail. Top leg, lift as high as your hip. Slow motion, put it back down. We'll get your foot playing into that. Toes point as you lift your leg. Slow motion, flex your foot and slowly come back down. Toes point to lift. Capital L ankle, push out through that heel, come down. Good. I notice that I don't hear a lot of breathing anymore. So we're gonna inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Good. Toes point, inhale, lift. Capital L, exhale, lower. Good. Couple more times. This is still a core thing as you work to balance here. Let's do 3 more. It's gonna start to get a little heavier. Gravity starts to fire, it's been firing, but your body's noticing it as you're moving against gravity. 1 more. Next time you lift your leg, keep it there. Take that top hand, put it on your left butt cheek, and make sure that butt cheek is squeezed. Good. Yeah, and then you get to balance. Excellent. 1 more breath. Come all the way back down. Roll over onto your tummy. Child's pose. And then slink your way back out onto your belly. Roll onto your left side, and we'll do it all on the other side too. So your head is resting on your left bicep, if that feels okay for your shoulder. Navel lifts away from the floor so the spine doesn't dip down. Cheeks are squeezed. And toes point, lift your top leg. Capital L ankle, lower back down. Inhale, point to lift. Exhale, capital L, squeeze your leg back down. So you're trying to resist gravity a little bit here. The slower you go, the more you get a chance to get that whole side body working. As you lift your leg, notice how the spine wants to drop into the floor and like the pelvis shift. We're still working on that stable core, stable pelvis. Let's do several more. Toes point to lift, capital L lower. After the next two, we're going to reach that right hand back and make sure that that cheek is working. The next time you lift your leg, right hand goes back, squeeze the cheek. And slowly lower back down. Child's pose. Downward facing dog. As you come to your downward facing dog, pedal it out with your feet, bending one knee, stretch the opposite heel towards the floor. And then slowly start to make your way to forward fold. Once you get there, slight bend in the knees. Let your torso just drape over your thighs, arms and head hang. Gravity taking the weight of your head and your face. Decompress your spine. And then bring your hands to your knees, push your chest forward. Tune into that core support again. Actively push your heels into the floor until you feel your butt cheeks engage. And then use that to press yourself all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Flowing with your breath, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, down through heart center, bent knees, forward fold. Grab your shin bones, halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back into a lunge. You're going to keep your fingertips on the floor. Start to walk your hands to the left and keep going. Start to pivot on your feet until you come into a lunge facing the front of the room.
I'm turning to the right.
You're turning to
Am I going the wrong way?
the right. Yes, oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. That was about to turn into a dangerous game of Twister. Yeah, yep, nope. Good catch, good catch. Nice deep breath. Now, just to balance it out for what I was telling you before, take your hands to the left. Keep going left until you come into a lunge over that left leg. Nice. And now reverse it again. Go to the right. Keep going until you're in a lunge. Good. Nice. We got it sorted out. Perfect. Step your way back into a plank position and lower your knees to the floor. Lower your chest to the floor. Shimmy those legs as long down as they go. And we're going to come into some baby cobra poses. Start by propping your shoulders back away from the floor. Abs engage, pelvis press down, and chest reach forward. Cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Again, shoulders are back, abs engage, pelvis down. Exhale, chest reach forward. and then lower back down. One more, shoulders back, abs on, pelvis down, chest forward, and then your choice of either child's pose or downward facing dog. Start to make your way to forward fold. And then rise all the way up, arms up. Hands heart center. All right, good. We'll do it all in reverse. Arms up. Forward fold. Grab your shin bones, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Fingertips on the floor, left foot goes back for a lunge. All right, we're not doing dangerous twister this time. Walk your hands to the left, yeah. Pivot on your feet, keep going until you're in a lunge over that left knee. Walk your hands to the right, pivot on your feet, keep going until you're in a lunge over that right knee. Let's do one more time. Walk it left, keep going, lunge. Walk it right, keep going, lunge. Your choice, you can go straight into downward facing dog or do plank and cobra on the way, or back into your child's pose. Eventually, we'll all meet at child's pose. Downward facing dog. Forward fold. Let yourself release over the legs for a breath and then actively get your heels on the floor so that you connect that nice back line of the legs again, all the way up into your booty. From there, press yourself all the way up to standing, arms overhead, hands heart center. Good. We're gonna stay upright. Hands can be heart center or on your hips. Step your right foot back into a lunge. Yeah, good. We can dance it around because we do have some movement here. Square your hips forward. Left knee stacks on top of your heel. Actively push that left heel down to bring power up into your left hip. Abs engaged to help lift you up. Arms come up, big inhale. Keep your left leg strong where it is and tune into the power of your right inner thigh to start to turn for warrior two. Good. Yeah, excellent. Make sure your left knee is still stacked on top of your heel and it didn't cave in. Power into the pelvis, push both feet down, grow 10 inches taller. Good. Nobody grew 10 inches. What's not working here? Reverse warrior, stretching back, and then extended side angle. Side body opens up. We still have knee on top of heel. It didn't bend any farther, and there's still a lot of power in that left butt cheek to hold you up. Right fingertips to the floor. Pivot onto the right toes. Left hand reach up to the sky. However you want to get there, start to make your way to forward fold again. Maybe you want plank, cobra, down dog. Maybe you just go straight to down dog or just step straight into your forward fold. Release it out and then rise all the way up. Hands heart center. Okay, good. Hands either on your hips or heart center. Left foot goes back into your lunge. Find your balance. Focus on that left heel connection, or right heel connection, I'm sorry, your left heel's off the floor. Pulling the power up into that tush, hips square forward, core engages, arms lift. It did get warm. It did. We pay extra for that. Powerful left inner thigh turns you to warrior two. We still have that right heel rooted, power coming up into the pelvis. Pelvis squared, spine 70 inches long. Reverse warrior, inhale. Extended side angle. Left hand down, pivot to left toes. Right arm reach up. Good. Downward facing dog, your path. Maybe there's a little cobra thrown in there. And child's pose. Roll yourself up, have a seat at the front of your mat. Feet kick out front. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to go through that seated cat and cow to get back down onto your back. Inhale, exhale, round. Option, just roll off to one side, lay down. Option, roll the rest of the way down onto your back. Full body reach. And then knees bent, feet plant. Okay. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Option, stay there. We're just gonna add an extra layer of hip opening to this. And you can take it as far or as not as far as you want. You can stay here. Option, legs lift up, hold them with your hands. And you might have to look up to see what I'm talking about if it doesn't make sense. But option to take it a little bit farther, you're gonna grab your left heel with your left hand and your knee with your right hand, and left leg goes straight down the mat. Good. We don't want this to hurt your sacrum or your back. If it does, come out of it. If it hurts your knee, come out of it. Let's keep a nice strong capital L ankle on your right foot. Good. From here, right arm goes out to the right side. You're gonna keep your legs kind of as they are. Just drop them over to the left. Come back up through center. Let go of your foot. Give your leg a little shake out. Maybe it's longer than the other leg now. And we'll do the other side. Cross your left ankle. Option to stay. Option, legs come up. Option, grab your heel with your right hand. Left knee to, or left hand to your knee, and right leg reaches down. Strong capital L ankle to help hold that integrity for your knee and your ankle. And then left arm out to the side and drop your legs over to the right. I'm just gonna check the time. And then slowly come back to center. Full body reach. And any other moves that you might crave as you transition to seated. Nice move. Alrighty. Grab your notebook. So the 3 words that I kind of want to drop into and explore today are, just write these 3 down: mystery, awareness, and beauty. And then the invitation, like, to approach this reflection at the moment would be to write like you're writing some sort of a letter to a friend, right? But it's actually to you, hyping up the mystery, the awareness, and the beauty in your life. Yeah? Give yourself a little hype around mystery, awareness, and beauty. then start to turn that into some sort of affirmation of beauty, right? Even as things get funky in the unknown, a reminder that there is more, other layers of awareness to experience. And let yourself sense into that. Knowing that you can revisit that at any time. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath, your body, and how you take your seat. So you close your practice today. Bring your hands heart center and just feel your presence in this room, in this day. Bowing inward, honoring this time and your practice. May it be for the benefit of all beings. Namaste.
Namaste.
Alrighty. How we doing? We got kind of hippie today. Yeah? Everything's still attached?
Not sure it's in the right place, but. Who's on that?
Moment of truth when you try to walk, right?
Ooh, here we go. You have like a mat cleaner you want me to practice that?
I do in the other room, yeah.